I worked in 3 years ago, go for Cafe May 2018.
Like I suffered from a lot of mental health conditions as along with my autism. I've had to sort of fight my way through it.
You know, you can't see it, but inside it's very, different to the outside world. So I see it differently to other people.
It's quite nice to get out because sometimes I feel a bit trapped in like the house kind of thing.
It is hard to get a job, especially when you're autistic and special needs. It's hard out there to get a job.
I've never had a paid job before. Like anyone could just say to me and I'll be like, yeah, okay, but really I've been like, I don't know whether I'll be good at it or not really.
I don't think there's any play dates arranged for that day.
Just a tree up on Thursday in my bedroom.
Oh, really?
So my daughter Louise has autism. She has learning difficulties and problems with communication. She struggles to understand basically, and sometimes, well, very often, she struggles to express herself as well. Now she's an adult. This is what she does. Instead of being in education, she comes and volunteers at the cafe.
Louise was very shy when she first came to the cafe. You know, noises, different environments, different people that you don't know. So it was a little bit tough for her at first. And slowly, very slowly, she started gaining confidence and then start knowing the customers.
Can I have a large cappuccino to take away, please?
Cappuccino, how many?
Just one to take away.
Can I have a green tea? Do you do green tea?
Yeah, the green tea's here. £7.40, please.
Thank you.
Now, she is the one who can just show other people how to do things. And that's one of the biggest prizes that we can have. And with Lenny, the same. He didn't know what to do. He would just sit down, and if you didn't ask him to do something, he wouldn't, because he don't know. So it was something that you have to say, can you please help me to do this? And when you finish, again, give him another task.
Here's the green teas that we have. We have pure green tea.
I'll have that one with lemon, mate.
Lemon.
Thank you very much.
Anything else?
No, that's it, thank you.
But I have to say that it was quite easy for them to follow their routine. So now they're just confident, like, if they've just been running their business by themselves.
Imogen has global developmental delay, dyspraxia and ASD autism traits. Yeah, and she was diagnosed with those when she was around 8-9 years old. In her own environment, she appears more comfortable, more settled. Take her out of that environment and you get a very glazed look, not understanding the world really as we do. She hasn't completed yet, but she's coming to the end of her level 2 City and Guilds in child development. But this has allowed her to have a work placement within a nursery that she loves working with children, and we have seen a different Imogen working within the environment of childcare.
Imogen started with us as a volunteer and then progressed into an apprenticeship. We got to notice that she needed a bit of extra time when kind of asking her to do something. So we couldn't just say to her this in the morning, you've got to do this today, Imogen, and you can't kind of throw things at her. You need to give her a bit of time to kind of take the information in. The girls in the room, they all know her really well, and they're able to kind of cope with that slight change quite easily. It's not a problem at all.
Is it a red tomato? Is it good girl, baby boo?
She's a very valued member of staff. The children absolutely love her, and Imogen has found that working with children is something that she absolutely loves. With new people coming through looking for jobs, You don't always find that. You don't find that person that's here because they really, really want to. 9 times out of 10, especially with apprentices, they're here because their parents told them they've got to go out and they've got to get a job, and you know, they do learn to love childcare, but Imogen has loved it from the off. Having that from her was really lovely, and now we can build upon the communication side of everything and support her where she needs that support.
My name's Christine, Ashley's mum. He's got a condition called fetal Valpert syndrome. It's got autism in, he's got learning disabilities, coordination problems, and he's got hypertonia as well. Going back a little way, we did have a little bit of a struggle. He'd done a little bit of a month work experience with Marks and Spencer's, but for some reason, they just did not want to have Ashley there, remaining there for those amount of hours. They cut it short. And it wasn't till I got told afterwards. But the people that actually worked in the work hall, if he was going to go to the toilet, they felt that they needed to go with him and all sorts of things. And they were just trying to sort of put up, I would say, restrictions and borders, like, is a bit of an inconvenience, you know. Yet they would have other mainstream people there that went to normal schools doing work experience that weren't treated like that. I just felt a little bit like the barriers were up. You know, he should have been doing other things, what they were doing, putting stuff out on shelves, you know. And that's what he did when he went work experience at Sainsbury's. They gave him this opportunity, you know, so he could look at the job and think, oh, I like that, you know, feel like you're part of it.
I was the only student at the college to first ever get a job. Yeah, it's the best moment of my life. I was so happy that my life changed.
Well, Nathan has undiagnosed autism, but he also has issues with sending messages across the brain, so they don't always get across, so you have to repeat things a few times. Day-to-day tasks, I have to sometimes remind him, you know, you need to brush your teeth, or, you know, change your t-shirt, things like that. Things that all the rest of us just do it automatically, but Nathan sometimes needs reminders. He's really good at anything practical. He loves helping around the house. He'll do DIY. Once he wants to do something, he will do it. And I think that's a real good trait of Nathan's.
I just wanted to be working. I don't like to be sitting around. My mum said I should have been born on a farm. I'm the one who does all the hoovering, and I cut the grass out there all the time as well. I put all them photos up. Look what level that is. Put a spirit level on that, you'll see that they're, you know, all in line.
His school actually offered him some hours cleaning, just a few hours a week, and he got on so well they increased his hours and made him permanent. And then he expressed the desire to get some more hours, so that's when John at Essex came in and he helped him find his place at PMC. He does all the grass cutting of the field and the strimming and any other maintenance that needs doing at any time. And he's doing 2 mornings a week there.
I like doing good things. I like making people happy. Sometimes I don't even have a lunch break. I just carry on just till the day's end. Just rather get things done. I go in, help out, and they can see that, and then they train me up on other things. You know, they train me up on the tractor and lawnmowers and strimming and all the rest of it. Yeah, I was right. I was like, I don't think anyone's going to take me on. And look at it now. I've been taken on like a rocket.
But yeah, missing Calvin Phillips is a big blow, and if we pan around to the left, you can see Gareth Southgate.
So George has a learning disability. He has some mental health challenges, mainly around anxiety, and he has dyspraxia as well. As a child, he had epilepsy. It was shown to have some damage on his temporal lobe, which means he has great difficulty with spatial awareness and memory. I think that George does lack confidence, and I think he didn't perhaps feel that he could work. He's been with ECL since March this year, so I think when George started with them, he had no idea of what a good job might be for him. I think that was the bit that was really important for them to work with him, to think about, well, actually, if you're good at this, then you could do this kind of job. Obviously, she helped him to put together his CV, and she's also done lots of interview practice with him, so they have mock interviews. Because George said that he feels that money is something that he struggles with, so he would worry about a job that might involve money. She's been working with him to increase his money skills and feeling able to talk to people that he doesn't know very well, which is a significant thing for him.
I've really just recently come across like a job trial in the Hanover Inn, which is a pub, and I'm really looking forward to it. It would be something like serving food, potentially washing dishes, potentially pouring pints really, so I'm a bit nervous, but I'm excited to see how it goes.
Evening, George.
Evening, yeah.
You alright?
Yeah.
Well, on the first shift, he was very nervous. I mean, I saw him go to pull a pint and you could see his hand going like that. You know, we looked after him for the first couple of shifts, showed him all the ropes and how to do stuff. And now it's just second nature to him, and he gets better and better every time he comes to us. One of the biggest challenges with George was he was a little bit low on confidence talking to people, and obviously with bar work, engaging with the customers is a large part of it. So you just have to spend a little bit more time encouraging him to interact with people, and you know, you invest some time in someone and encourage them, and he's great now.
Thank you.
Thank you. Any ketchup or anything?
Yeah, I'll have ketchup.
Yep.
I'm good, thank you.
Cool.
It's been great to see him progress and grow in confidence, and he's a much valued and loved part of the team now.
Probably not that again. Mother Hells maybe from now on, but probably not a crumbacker.
How proud are your mum and dad, George?
I think Mum and Dad are very proud of me that I'm now a wage earner, as Dad calls it. The next step for me would hopefully be buying a flat one day so I can move out of this house.
That's lovely. Thank you very much.
Work and here it's given me the independence, and it gave me the confidence to apply for a job at the Mercury Theatre, which gave me paid work, which is brilliant, and I get along with all the co-workers there. I've also learned to get along with more people. Enjoy. Bon appetit. Thank you.
There's always going to be someone who can do something, and it's not a case of saying they can't do that so they can't do anything. If there's something they're not comfortable with, there are a ton of other things that they are still comfortable with and can do to a really high ability, so it's always just finding what their strong points are with any employee and deploying them there. Great personality and great work ethic. Sometimes sings too loud to the songs that we have on in the cafes, or we have to tell him to keep it for Simon Cowell at the X Factor, but other than that, no, absolutely, no, brilliant.
Well, everything's awesome when you're part of a team. It's like magnets, positive and negative. So I feel like I'm working my way up to what I eventually want to get into in later life. Like, it's everything I do now will be. I'm trying to build up for my own future.
Yeah, they didn't give me a chance here, I probably wouldn't be as happy or as confident as I am now. Very excited about the future here. Hopefully, like maybe a full-time position here, but who knows?
You know, it's not special needs people just stay at home scared to get a job. And I want to see them get the job that they want to do, you know, their dream. I want to see their dream come true.
The people I work with are like family. I'm not interested in any other job other than working at Sainsbury's. They look out for me in there. It feels like I'm a person, and I'm quite happy.